Hello everybody, Hope Savar here with Mother Trucker Yoga. I'm just going to get to it. I'm not going to wait for people to get on. I kind of find that annoying because you can watch the replay, okay? But today is Wellness Wednesday. I'm here in my home office in Wisconsin. It's a beautiful day out. I should be outside doing this, but sometimes the audio carries, so we're going to plunk it in my office here. And I have my yoga mat set up. So I want to go over today a move, or should I say a series of movements that build up to what's called a yoga Sun Salutation. Now I'm going to revise this and revamp this. For those of you that don't know me, I come from a yoga and fitness background of nearly 20 years, and the traditional style Sun Salutation has some things that need to be updated over the last thousands of years, 5,000 years, however long yoga's been around. Hey Craig, how are you? I'm in the driver's lounge at the Columbus Terminal. Awesome, I love it. We're talking about Sun Salutations today. I'm gonna revamp a yoga Sun Salutation for y'all that you can do. So we're gonna break it down, and then I'm gonna build it back up. So no matter what fitness level you're at, no matter what kinds of aches and pains you have, you can find a phase of this that works good for your body. So some of the things that we wanna address in a Sun Salutation is that we're getting all the aspects of movement. Squatting, reaching, and bending are the three basic movements that we all need to age healthy. And like, give me a hands up, hand raise, or some hearts or likes in the comment section if you actually squat, reach, and bend every single day in some capacity. For a lot of people, maybe they do a lot of bending, but they don't do a lot of squatting, or they never reach their arm up overhead. And these are all essential movements that we have to be able to do to age healthy. And so I want to bring that to you in a Sun Salutation format. And again, like I said, I'm going to break it down. You find the sequencing that you like, because maybe you have bad knees, or maybe you're a little bit larger in the middle and you're like, Hope, that's really hard for me to do. I'm going to show you a variation for that. And then you can choose to build up as you need to. One of the things we also want to think about, especially as a truck driver, if you're driving truck, I know some of you follow me, you're not a truck driver, and that's okay. Still a lot of the same issues, is getting your heart rate up. And so cardio is a constant concern for drivers. How are you getting that cardio in? How are you challenging your heart? Your heart is a muscle. It needs to be worked. And so something like a Sun Salutation can give us that cardio infusion without being hard on our knees or without having a lot of impact, and we can still be able to feel really good about what we're doing. And obviously, again, we're building strength and flexibility, which are two other really important components. Okay, I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water and we're gonna get to it. Okay, so you don't have to have a yoga mat, you don't have to have your shoes off. I just have the space for it, so this is how I've kind of set myself up. So if you have your shoes on and you're outside your rig, or you're in the truck lounge, or wherever you are, it doesn't matter, or maybe you're at home because you have some time off, I want you just to find a space to make this work for you. Because in our head, if we just say, I don't have time, I can't do this, we're never gonna do it. So it doesn't have to be pretty, you don't have to be in the best shape, you can have your jeans on, I don't care, I just want you moving, okay? So first things first, wherever you are, I'm just gonna pull my hair back so that it's not in my face when I'm trying to look at you. I want you just to stand upright. We can all do this, okay? We can all stand upright. All right, there we go. We can all stand upright, and I just want you to try to stand tall. Now, for some of you, that might be your feet a little bit wider. For others of you, a little bit more narrow. But recognize your toes pointing forward, okay? So my toes are pointing forward. Now from there, we're gonna try to hinge forward. And like I said, if you're from a yoga background, some of you that follow me are yoga teachers, this is a different rendition of a Sun Salutation. This is not your typical standard Sun Sal. So from here, I want you to hinge from the hip and fold as far forward as you can so that we're feeling the hamstrings turn on. Now, I actually have something right in front of me here. You can see it. I brought it here for a reason, so that I can bring my hands onto it and lean a little bit forward. Now, this might be the step of your truck. This might be your duffel bag. This might be a stool. This might be a chair, whatever you got. But I want you to keep going forward, keeping your back nice and long without rounding, okay? This is rounding, until you feel a stretch in your hamstrings and possibly into your lower back. So this is about good for me. I can bring my arms to the floor. I have long arms, but I'm going to use a prop here just for the sake of you seeing this visual, okay? Now from here, bend your knees, okay? Here's the squat. I'm bending my knees. I'm going to bring my hands now down to the ground, but you can start here to bring them back and step 1 foot back at a time into a plank position. And now if you're like, Hope, I can't get back there like that, okay? Don't worry. From here, walk it back and drop to your knees. Bring your hands to the ground and then step it back. There is always a way, okay? If you're working with me, there's always a way. I will never let you have an excuse because I will find a way. So now I'm in plank position. How do I know if I'm in plank? My booty is not to the sky and my wrist is directly under my shoulder, okay? So my hands are not way forward. We want to walk them back. Finally, when you're in plank, your front hip bones tip into the belly. They're tipping in versus your belly spilling out, okay? We're going to hold this for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to drop my knees down. I'm having you drop your knees down so you don't look like a wet noodle. Slowly bring it all the way to the floor. Once you're on the floor, deep breath in, and I want you to pick your chest up as high as you can without your hands. So you feel all your back muscles engaged. You do not have to go all the way up here, okay? You don't need it. I just want you to go up high enough to feel your back muscles engaged. That might not have to be very high for you, and that's okay. Hold it, keep your feet down, and then lower your nose to the floor. Here's where we're going to try to not be like a spaghetti noodle again. Curl your toes under, use your knees. I want you to press up all at once, and then into downward facing dog. Here's that down dog now. Bend your knees out so your back isn't rounded out. Open your feet as wide as you need to make room for the belly. If this is not working for you for any reason, 1, you can stay on your knees and just stretch back this way. Or 2, make your way back up to standing. Put your hands on the side of your truck or a wall or a chair and do down dog that way, okay? Now from your downward facing dog, I'm feeling a stretch through my hamstrings and I'm feeling a stretch through my underarm and my back. The focus is a back stretch, so feel free to bend your knees and still push your heels to the floor. This is one of those movements that you're like, oh my gosh, because it's a really big stretch. Now from downward facing dog, look forward and you're either going to walk or step forward. So I don't care if you have to walk this way or if you're going to kind of launch your feet forward, however it is you need to get back into that standing forward bend. So I'm going to move myself back a little bit. Here I am again on my little stool, or I'm here on the floor. My feet can also be nice and wide. Slowly bring yourself up. Arms are going to come up overhead. There's my reach again, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So that was really broken down, okay? We really pieced it apart. Now I want to see if we can kind of bring the elements together just a little bit more. And again, you can choose to take any one of these poses out. Maybe you're just going to come into forward bend and come back up again. Maybe that's all you can handle, and that's totally okay. So here we go. So I'm nice and tall. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, I'm going to fold as far as I can, keeping long legs and a long spine. Let's hold it here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now bend your knees 1 foot back at a time. However it is you're going to get yourself back there. Remember, make it work. And come into plank. I'm pushing my body away from the floor. Let's hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. If I'm going to go for that full drop down, elbows in, down slow. It's all about control. Nice deep breath in. Bring yourself up as high as you can. Exhale. And take your hands off the ground. Hold it and breathe. Let's go. 5. Just keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Roll the toes under. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Press yourself off the floor. Hips come up, downward facing dog. Remember, I want to keep my spine long. That might mean I have to bend my knees. I can walk my dog, lifting and lowering one heel and then the opposite. After all that sitting, your calves need that. Your calves are the hydraulic pump for your heart. Hold it. Now look forward. Step, walk, whatever you need to do. Bring it into standing forward bend. Remember, your feet can be as wide as you need to. I can be up on that prop if I need to. Breathe. Now roll it up if you need to, otherwise come up with a long spine. Arms come up overhead, hands to prayer. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to your hips, fold forward. I'm going to keep a long spine and lean a little bit forward so I feel a hamstring stretch. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, step, walk. Do whatever you need to do. Bring it back, plank. Let's hold and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down slow for a slow count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Exhale, pick up your torso. Keep your feet down, but lift your hands up. You should feel your back muscles engage. You need that after all that sitting. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Big breath in. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Walk your dog. Spread your hands. Lengthen your spine. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward. Walk it forward. Step it forward. Do whatever you need to do. Bring it up just a little bit to lengthen out the back. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it the rest of the way up. Arms come up. I'm stretching on purpose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. All right, let's see if we can do it one more time. All right, I'm already a little bit out of breath, and we're not moving fast by any means. Consistency is the key. Here we go. Arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. Bring it forward. I'm going to try to keep my legs long and go as far as I can, keeping my back long. My stool is here if I need it. Hold it. 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Step. Walk it back. However you need to get there. Inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Hold it. 5, 4. I'm pushing away from the floor. 3, 2, 1. Down slow for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, pick it up only as high as your back muscles can engage. Take your hands off the floor. Hold it. 5. Feet down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Big breath in. Curl your toes under. Use your knees if you need to. Bring it up through plank. Downward facing dog. This is your opportunity to stretch. Move your hips around. Move your feet around. Stretch your toes. Hold it. 3. Hold it. 2. Hold it. 1. Look forward. If you need to help bringing your legs forward, or if it's better to come to your knees and then step forward, no excuses here. Let's find a way together. Come into that forward bend. Lengthen out your back. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up nice and slow. Arms come up overhead. Reach. And then exhale, hands to prayer. Whew. All right. So that is where we're coming from when we're looking at that sun salutation. I want you to really think about the idea of bringing things together. And one of the misconceptions that we often have when it comes to fitness, even yoga, is that faster equals better. Faster does not equal better if you can't even keep up. Faster does not equal better if you're just throwing your body around and then you wonder why you injured yourself. So I want you to think about this rendition of a sun salutation as an opportunity for you to do movements that your body is designed to do, okay? So hear me out. Remember, squatting, reaching, and bending are basic movements our body has to be able to do on a daily basis. So kind of interpreting a sun salutation like that gives us those elements, gives us those parameters. It allows there to be weight bearing. Plank, down dog are all weight bearing. It allows us to engage our back muscles, all of that sitting. That's that version of cobra I taught you about coming up off the floor. Stretching the hamstrings and back, that's the forward bend and the down dog. So we're trying to pair these elements together in a consistent pace versus just thinking I have to move really fast and then I'm for all the wrong reasons, and we get the heart rate up. So from there, if you notice, I was counting you for 5 counts. So think about that when you're doing that yourself. Hey Al, thanks for tuning in. As you come into each one of these positions, I just want you breathing. Don't worry about your breathing. I want you breathing. Hey, hi, Nick, thanks for tuning in. Don't worry about that, but think about 5 counts in every pose. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then transition, and just take it nice and controlled. Nice and controlled. And as you gain confidence in each one of those, you can speed it up. Maybe it's going to be only a 3 count hold in each pose, and then a 2 count hold, and then maybe a 1 count hold. But don't confuse speed with better results. I want you to focus on control. I want you to focus on getting those basic movements in, that squatting, reaching, bending, with this variation of a Sun Salutation. So if you felt like this is something that you can do, remember, like I said, piece it apart. Maybe you're just going to go from forward bend, scooting back into plank and back again, and that's what you're going to start doing. Maybe you're only going to do forward bend and back up again, and that's all you're going to do. But I want you to do something. I want you to get up and start moving and start incorporating things into your day. You don't have to change your clothes at all for this. You don't need to do anything other than what you're doing in a small space for you to get out and bring yourself into that plank. That's really it. Watching you from St. Thomas, awesome. Ooh, Virgin Islands, I need to be there right now. Although it's really nice weather here right now, so I feel like I can't sacrifice that because snow is coming sooner than later. Hi Kyle, Hope, will this help me with my lower back pain? Yes, absolutely. So if you're struggling with lower back pain, especially from long-term sitting, this is going to make a big difference. So 2 things I want you to pay attention to, especially Kyle, that you're listening here, tuning in. 1 is the forward bend. So when you're bending, I don't want you doing this. I want you to go as far as you can, keeping your legs long. So this is more of a hamstring focused forward bend, but it's going to pull on all of these tissues here and give you a good stretch. So that might be beneficial for you to have your hands on something if necessary. My arm length is awkwardly longer than I am tall, so the floor is always really close for me. Maybe it's not the case for you. So I literally just grabbed my little portable file cabinet here, and I had my hands on that. So that might be there for you. The second thing I want you to pay attention to is that cobra variation, where I had you back bending, but we weren't pushing our hands into the ground. We were arcing and lifting our hands up, engaging all of these back muscles. So that might feel like a, ooh, wow, engagement, but now you're activating those muscles that haven't been worked and haven't been utilized. So you should feel pretty good after that. You should feel like, ooh, my back is warmed up, those muscles are being utilized, and as you gain more strength, that day-to-day pain should hopefully start to dissipate. And I can definitely show you guys some more moves on Friday's Fitness Friday. I will be live this week for Fitness Friday. We can focus on strength training moves for back pain as well. That would be a great series to focus on. So Kyle, great question, and I hope that answers. And then obviously too, moving nice and slow. Speed is not the name of the game here right now. Speed is not a part of the sequencing. This is all about control. This is all about function. This is all about feeling everything in every movement. You are so welcome. Al, can you show us that move, please? Absolutely. So I was talking about the cobra variation, and I'm gonna see, give me 2 seconds. This is the joy of live. I'm gonna like lower my tripod here, and we're going to bring it down. Thanks guys for dealing with the movement here. Okay, that way you can see me a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna tip this down. All right, there we go. That should be good. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's better. All right, so the cobra I was talking about is you're here, okay? And instead of pushing up like this, which a lot of times that's what happens in yoga, is we come into what's called up dog, and we wrench ourselves up and put a lot of compression on the lower back. Instead, I want you to keep the feet from flying up off the ground and only come up as high as you can use your back muscles. So that's why I'm taking my hands up off the ground. You can see that. And I can feel all of my back muscles engage. I'm keeping my legs anchored. I'm stretching my hip flexors, but I'm feeling, I can actually feel my back. I can touch it. I can feel my back muscles turning on. And I'm going to hold that for a slow count of 5. And then I'm gonna come back down, curl my toes under, catch my breath, and either I'm gonna come up through kneeling plank, I'm not gonna rip myself off the ground like this, or I'm gonna come up through full plank, and then move it into downward facing dog. Here's that nice back stretch now. Notice how I'm bending my knees. So now I get all of that release through the sacrum, tailbone, and lower back, and I can walk my dog to get that calf pumping action for the heart. So now I'm serving my heart, I'm serving blood flow as I'm in down dog, and I'm gonna get forward however I can get forward. Don't tell me I can't do it, Hope, because I know that's not true. I don't care if you have to come down to your knees and you have to pull your legs forward. I don't care if you have to walk yourself forward, whatever you need to do to get forward, and then slowly bringing yourself back up. But really starting to look at how we're doing things versus just trying to get them done is gonna give us a lot more bang for our time, and we're gonna feel so much better afterwards. So try this version of a Sun Salutation. Let me know what you think. I will tune in on Friday for Fitness Friday. We'll talk about back strengthening exercises that you can do, super simple, easy. You know my routine. I don't like complicated. I don't like spending a lot of time. I want things that give me the best results in the fastest amount of time, but with the right focus. All right, let me know if you have any other questions, how else I can help you. Try the Sun Salutation. Challenge yourself to do 5 rounds, okay? 5 rounds. That's not a lot. That's probably 5 to 10 minutes depending on how those transitions work. 5 rounds. You can totally do this. 5 rounds. And just take it nice and slow. 5 breaths, 5 counts in every single position, and just work on moving through. If 5 feels like way too many, then try to set for 3. But I want you to do more than 1 or 2 because you gotta get warmed up a little bit, and then let me know how it goes. If you found that this was helpful, share it with your fellow truckers, share it with your friends, let other people know that there's opportunities out there for them to feel better. Join our Facebook group, Matt Stagat's Accelerate Your Health Challenge. Check us out online, mothertruckeryoga.com, join our family, and we will surely help you get on your road to health with one small change at a time. All right, guys, until next time, share out this broadcast, share it out, and we will see you guys again really soon.